Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half acre homestead. And last year, or this past summer, I made different pickle styles. Now, I always make different kinds of pickles, but here's where I used different methods. So, because a lot of people don't like the idea that I soak my cucumbers in ice water and aluminum sulfate to keep them crisp when you go to pickle them. So I tried some different experiments. I tried the Amish way of making pickles, which is to just trim off the very blossom end, soak them overnight in salted ice water, and then just pickle them with the garlic and the dill and the brine. Well, those pickles kind of turned out mushy in the center. So then I attempted something different. I I did the same soaking process, salted ice water, and I cleaned the cucumbers and I trimmed the ends and I soaked them overnight in the ice water and salt. But I went outside and I got black raspberry leaves and I put them in the bottom of the bottle. Now, apparently, if you use grape leaves, raspberry leaves, blackberry leaves, or black currant leaves, or even oak leaves, they all have tannins in them that help keep the pickles crunchy. So all I had to hand was black raspberry leaves, and I used those in the jar. And those pickles came out crunchy. So from now on, no more soaking them in ice water and alum. I'm going to trim the blossom ends. I'm going to soak them in iced salt water overnight, and then I'm going to harvest blackberry or raspberry leaves and put them in the bottom of the jar. Now, while our brine comes up to a boil, these are black raspberry leaves. You can use raspberry leaves, black raspberry leaves, grape leaf. These contain tannins. This is why I didn't soak my pickles in ice water and alum. That's all natural, and that's the way we're going to do it. So, you don't have to use pickle crisp. You don't have to use ice water and alum. The new method is, for me, from now on, is wash the pickles, like give them a good brush with a soft brush under running water. Trim the blossom ends off, soak them overnight in iced salt water, and then put either, I'm going to say enough to cover the bottom of the jar of raspberry leaves, red oak leaves, currant leaves, or black raspberry leaves in the bottom of the jar. Stuff in your pickles, your garlic, your dill, and then pour your hot boiling brine over top. Yet, no need for extra store-bought chemicals. And the method of slow processing, not boil bath, but slow processing the pickle spears recipe, that worked really well too. Okay, this is the way we want them. You see how hot this is? We don't want it bubbling, so we want it on between medium and minimum with a lid on. We're not boiling them, we're slow process canning them. So they're going to be in this water for a couple of hours. I hope you enjoyed this follow-up on the different ways I did the pickles in the summer, and I have found my methods for this coming year. Also, I wanted to share with you that my leeks are coming up gangbusters. So are my Manitoba tomatoes and my San Marzano tomatoes. Everything else, we know the celery is going to take time. Now, here's something else I want to tell you. I was given a beautiful can opener by Hamilton Beach that cuts the very top of the can off but does not leave any sharp edges. So I've been saving my soup cans, my mushroom cans, my dog food cans, and even the dog food cans have an inner lip on them that would, if you got a tomato plant, it might cut into it. That can opener, once the dog food can is empty and washed, I can put that in and I could take that inner ring off. So it works really well. But what I want to keep on the topic of cucumbers is I usually grow national pickling cucumbers. And they go all over the place. And they're, and when you have a small garden, it's kind of hard to keep control of them. I had trellises and them crawling, and they grew through the trellises and all that stuff. So I found out that there is a different kind of pickling cucumber you can buy called bush pickle. And the vines don't go 7, 8, 9, 10 feet. They don't go much more than 3 feet. And because national pickling grows really long vines, they only, put out the blossom along the vine. The bush pickle cucumber has shorter vines, so wherever there's a blossom there, you'll usually find 2. So I will be growing 3 beds of bush pickles this year. Why? Because it's February and Howie's eaten all our pickles. Next year I need to double up. This is Mrs. Volpe on our half-acre homestead with a follow-up on dill pickles. Mwah! Take care. God bless.